Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a best of 3 between the #1 Protoss in the world, hero, and Clem on the other side of the map. The #2 Protoss in the world when it comes to TVP. Actually, I'm not even sure hero is the best toss right now. It's one of these things where it feels like it differs day by day. Like, every now and again, max packs will be better than hero, and then hero will look better, then that EWC Classic performed better than everyone. So you could say, wow, isn't Classic considered the best toss right now? I generally go by a League Luck ranking. I believe that right now hero is above max packs on a League Luck ranking. So that's why I've been calling hero the #1 Protoss player. I saw in one of the other videos where I called hero the #1 Protoss player, I was getting some blowback from the community. It's like, is Harstem getting paid every single time he calls hero the #1 Protoss player? I am not getting paid for calling him the #1 Protoss player. That would be a very weird thing. I'm not even sure how you would set it. I guess it would just be hero or hero's team. Like, try to increase his value in the eyes of the Harstem subscribers, making him a more valuable asset. They pay me the big price of $5 every time I mention it. Honestly, I throw it out there a couple of times. So if you're in contact with hero or hero's agent, we could perhaps strike a deal here. And although thus far I haven't been getting paid, I'm down to do this, for a fee as well. If you want to pay me for something I'm doing for free right now, then, you're a loss. How do we get some music? Why can't I hear the music? Oh, there we go. Starcraft 2 music is so freaking good, it's ridiculous. I was watching a documentary. If any of you have an hour left over one of these days in between pretending to work at your middle management job and scrolling TikToks, I'd really recommend this. I think if you just type in Wings of Liberty, how it was made on YouTube or on Google, you'll find this video. It's like a 1 hour long kind of documentary style on how Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty was made. They walk you through like the animation department, the dudes that make the cinematics, the people that do the voicing, the sound design. It is a phenomenal watch. It is so freaking cool to see these people make my favorite game, and I bet for a lot of you also your favorite game. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't think it even has that many views, but it's just such a fantastic watch. And at some point they also, they show the people that are making the music, like the songs for the game. It's just great stuff. This also is great stuff, by the way. Four kills on this first Oracle. It's going to be a Tech Lab Viking. I like this here. I really do like this out of Clem. Clem's getting quite a bit of damage in. I think the correct play probably is to go for a recharge if necessary. It might not be necessary. There we go. Just get a pull on the workers. It's better. Economically a little bit more secure. 2 workers have gone down total on the side of hero. And hero is following this up with Blink as well. So we're going 3-gate Blink, Oracle into Phoenix. Now, an interesting thing about Terran responses to this particular type of opener is that often we see 1-1-1 pushes. Viking Cyclone is just very strong against this. And especially since the Viking is now a little bit cheaper, it probably has increased in strength as well. We shouldn't forget that the Cyclone bug did get fixed. So Cyclones are actually weaker against Phoenix openers and are just weaker in general right now. Something we need to keep in mind. But the Viking comes out faster. This is some nice micro out of hero. Good scout there. Only cost him 150 minerals and 100 gas. A small price to pay to know that your opponent is all-inning you. Forge coming out as well. More and more Stalkers on the way. Blink is not quite going to be done yet. Oracle is still on the maps, kind of just patrolling the right side. This is so funny because hero doesn't actually know what's going on. And as a result of that, he just continues worker production. He's adding in a Forge. He just kind of assumed that his opponent was going back home. And that is actually what happened. So a good assumption. If, however, there had been like 15 SCVs here, 2 tanks, a bunch of Marines, 2 Vikings, and a Cyclone, I actually think that hero might have been in a little bit of trouble. No charge, just pure Stalker. Not capable of one-shotting tanks quite yet, because you require 11 Stalkers for that. Yeah, I don't think it would have been such a fun time. Behind all of this, we see Clem actually going for a reactor, combat shield, stim. What else are we seeing here? Just 3 gases for now. Going to be low gas, high gateway count. Although we don't have a high gateway count quite yet. It's a fairly bipolar build here out of hero. So of 2 mines. These very high gateway unit count initially. Like he wanted to be aggressive, but then... Or maybe to be defensive. And now he's adding the gateways. There's no Storm, no Robo yet, no Immortals. We don't even have a Sentry, more Stalkers being warped in. This feels kind of scary. This actually feels very scary. Did he see that? There's no way he saw that, right? We still have an Oracle over here, so that is something. Adept as well patrolling on this side. Love the ring of vision that hero is creating. And this micro with these Stalkers is really sick. So he's getting a lot of bang for his buck here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of bang for your buck, huh? Gonna get a blink back. Nice retarget out of Clem. I mean, Clem's not gonna get fooled by this. You're gonna get more retargets. Like, you just can't do this stuff against Clem. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You're gonna get a moving forward. Tim is about to finish up. 2 Stalkers go down. 3rd Stalker almost falls. As this medevac is going to enter the main base right now. Recall is available. Are we gonna get that? Gotta get that. Boom, boom. Recall. Oh, he recalled to the wrong base. Recall to the natural. No, this is not the wrong base. It's the right base. He's a genius. How have I never thought of this? He just recalled to another base, so he didn't get... The recall didn't get spotted. He had enough units to hold on temporarily. If you recall into the main, Clem is immediately gonna pick up. This is the first time I see this. I bet he's done it before, but I just didn't notice. What a cute play. -10 supply as a result of that. That was so smart. Why did it take Protoss players 15 years to come up with this? Well, maybe other Tosses have been doing this for years already. I'm the only one that's left out in the dark. Oh, there's Harstem again, recalling straight into the action. What a moron. Good lord, that was smart. I love that. This forward base might get... No, he has so many units. It's not going to get cancelled at all. It's just going to move in forward. Mines are getting blasted here as well. What a phenomenal move out of hero. It's like, oh, what an idiot. He recalled to the wrong base. But I am the idiot. And he is the genius once more. You wouldn't expect it. Single drop heading out towards the left side. There's just a lot of vision everywhere, though. There's a lot of vision everywhere. As the Prism enters the main base as well. Fly straight into a turret. That is usually not how you want to use the Prism. This is gonna die for certain. As 2 mines and a Marauder show up. Hero's taking... Well, he still has his forward base. I was gonna say he's taking his forward base, but he's starting to saturate it already. 8 SCVs went down over here. As I think that is enough damage. Mine, I think, almost cleared some of the SCVs down here too. This medevac got down. We didn't even see it disappear. We just know there was a medevac there, and then we saw something explode. 5 workers end up dying as well on the side of hero, who's very low in work count. And Clem just steps out with a GG. He knows he's dead. And he was very, very dead. That is situationally such a strong play. If you know that you can hold on long enough in your main base, where you won't take any major damage, but at the same time it is tempting enough for the Terran to stay to try and deal more damage, recalling into the natural is correct. It's such a... like, you really have to make the correct call in the moment, right? Because if you recall into the natural and you end up losing 10 probes, it's obviously not worth it. So you need to know, hey, I can hold on for long enough. This is the situation. Select the natural nexus, and then you go for it. And he honestly did fantastic. Such a cool tool to have, and all of us have it now. Like, we all, we know it exists. This is one of the most beautiful things about Starcraft 2 in my mind, is that the moment you know something exists, you now theoretically have access to that tool. That doesn't mean you know how to use that tool like an expert quite yet, but at least you can get going with it. And it's a new little tool that you can, you put in the shed, in the toolbox in the shed. Don't just leave your tools laying around in the shed. What's wrong with you? Organize it. Otherwise you can't find the tools you need when you need them. It's awful. Alright, what do we have over here? We have an assimilator going up. We have a command center in the natural. We have a reactor straight away. Barracks into reactor for Clem. This is one of the rare builds that Clem has played a bit more, I want to say, over the last few weeks. This was one of the more popular builds, as it is very safe, it is very secure, but because it delays your factory, Terran players much prefer getting a quicker factory before the reactor. So we don't see it as much anymore these days, but it still allows for a slightly stronger marine push at certain timings. And that is what I'm expecting here as a result. Nexus first, no scout out of hero, Stalker, straight into Twilight here. You see no warp gate cancel, so it's probably going to be correct. No battery on the low ground either. Just going to send it across the map. At least walk around for a bit. Doesn't see a Reaper. No chrono on this. Could be a triple Stalker chrono, by the way. is not super common, but we've seen it. Let's take a quick look. What's happening here? Okay, it's not going to go for the triple Stalker Chrono, so maybe saves Chrono for Twilight Council then. It's going to be 3 to 5 Marines against a single Stalker. The moment you see these 3 Marines, you don't know enough. The moment you see these 2 extra, now you know it was Reactor first. So this Stalker can move across the map consistently. We have a 3rd Stalker coming out and a 4th Stalker Chrono as well over here. He sees no bunker. He's going to be capable of putting on a lot of pressure. I think sending across a probe is also correct at this point. Is something you absolutely could do. The probe to try and catch this thing. Oh, it's going to be for gateways. Oh yeah, he's gonna send 2 across the map. I think this is correct. Yeah, this is... Man. See, this is a tool that I usually don't use, but hero is very keen on using this. I've seen him do this many times before. I hadn't thought of getting 2 probes here. That is freaking wild. 1 probe, hell yeah. I've seen that before. Ooh, Clem, you're being too far forward. You're being too forward here. Way too forward. Because there's not going to be a Cyclone. There's not going to be a tank for another 32 seconds. Here we go. That's 1. And that's going to be not 2 quite yet. Look at the micro here. Look at the micro. Both players here microing very neatly. Now hero says, I can actually give up a Stalker because I want to continue pressuring here. I think that's worth it. Gets a Mine, gets a Marine. Probably needs 1 more Marine for it to be truly worth it. Gets that Marine as well. Lots of medevac energy being wasted here too. Can get some split shots. Gets another Marine. Tank is about to pop out. I mean, this was super worth it. 1 Stalker for this amount of damage. Hell yeah. Clem is in a world of trouble right now. So the tank comes out. Is going to come in, get 1 of these Stalkers. Ooh, 2 Stalkers. The tail end of that trade not as great as we would like. And due to the 3 Chronos on the Stalkers, we do see a fairly low worker count here for Hero, who's just now taking his 3rd base. Has charged behind this. Immortals as well, as another Stalker moves across the map. All of this is just of 3 gateways. Probe towards the north. 1 mine has been taken out, and I think Clem is too scared right now to move out. And you know what? I understand that. If I were Clem, I wouldn't want to move out either. No blink means that Liberator Harass is going to be significantly harder to deal with. It's one of these things where, against blink, like this freaking sucks. Like Stalkers are just going to blink under instantly. It's going to be 0 trouble. But without blink and you have the distraction, you can either go in with the mine first or with the Liberator first, or you do them at the same time. And you'll see whatever the hell your opponent pays attention to. Now we're going to see the queue up here on this Liberator. Let's just go first person out of Clem, see how he does this, okay? So you see the recall here straight into the main. It's going to catch that mine. Sees that the Liberator's nothing there. It's going to get 3-4 kills and then probably pick up again and leave. There we go. Oh, it's actually is resetting up. Neat little trick there. It's going to target down some of these the probes. No, it's not. Managed to fly away. 24 HP. Clem's going to be quite happy about that. This was a good start for Clem, despite that initial Stalker harass. Getting freaking 11 Marine kills. Like, this follow-up harass was 100% worth it. 100% worth it. Don't forget that 2 probes that you send across the map is minus mining quite early and also minus probes. Like, you do lose those probes. And he didn't kill any SCVs, you know, as a result of that. I'm going to go into 4 and 5 wrecks already as the 3rd CC is being produced inside of the base. Kind of in a hidden position. Robo-Bay behind this. Yeah, Robo-Bay behind this. Robo-Bay behind this. Here come the Marines moving up north. Pylon will get cleared here. I do enjoy that massively. This is one of the things that Clem does really well. Is just picking off pylons on the side. Picking off like a zealot that is waiting to check something out. And he picks up every little thing that he can get. You know, if he can get 1 zealot, he's going to be happy with that. And he'll lose 0 Marines for it. If he picks up a pylon and then a probe and he loses nothing, he's going to be fine with it. It's all these small trades that tend to add up over time. So right now, Clem is 53 workers to 60. He is going to be going into triple tech lab, 2 reactor. Very standard setup on these barracks. It's nothing to worry about. Starport comes down. It's going to swap onto this factory reactor in a little bit, most likely. As a 4th base comes in as well. Observer surveillance mode has been completely gutted, by the way, by the most recent patch. I don't think we will see this used ever again. It's just better to keep the observer invisible rather than showing, you know, just revealing yourself. It seems like one of these changes that you might as well have removed surveillance mode from the observer at this point. Like, there's really zero purpose of using it, from what I'm aware. Like, I hardly see it used. The only time I see it used is when pros use it accidentally, and then they reveal themselves and then they lose it. So we're going to be seeing a lot of kind of unsieged on detector, or unsieged, what do you call them? Supervision mode? Observer mode. Observation mode? You know, the super mode where they go up in the sky. See more. We're not going to see that a whole lot more. So get some neatly positioned observers here to the side. Very neatly positioned indeed. Rocks are going to get knocked out. Doesn't want to die against the future tank push. It's going to be tank Viking mine. This looks like a very, very serious attack. This Clem is way up in supply already. This is going to be one of these standard type of move outs that a lot of Terrans like playing. 60, 65 SCVs. And then the moment you get enough Vikings, which is usually 4 to 6, you move across the map. Yeah, it's going to go with 6. Has the tanks in the back still from earlier on. Continues rallying more Vikings across the map. I'm having a difficult time seeing heroes stop this. And the way you want to do it usually is having a Zealot run by towards the 3rd or the natural, but we have double bunker, so it's going to be tough to do that. Hallucinated Colossus here as well. Thermal lens is finished up. We have no alternative base. So one thing as a toss you can do. Ooh, hold that thought as we're actually going to go straight in. This is not going to work whatsoever for Hero. He's going to get blasted. We still have one tank in the back, dishing out a lot of damage. Viking still alive in the sky as well. And with just a single Colossus remaining, this is just not going to be viable as a defense. The problem on top of all of this as well is that more Vikings are going to come across the map. They produce quicker than these Colossus do. So there's going to be like 5, 6 Vikings coming out right now, and there's just a single Colossus. And once Marines are unleashed against a pure gateway army, like, there's legitimately zero shot anything good is going to come out of that. Viking control's good enough. Colossus gets sniped, and the next set of Vikings can land. They can stay in the sky as well. Both is fine over here. No disruptor shots available. Clem is going to be picking up game number 2 here on ley lines after a successful push. A successful early game for him, despite the scary Stalker push out that Hero went for, this weird Stalker build. That didn't quite end up working out. It cost him the 2 probes. I love the move, but in the end, it didn't even matter. So Hero's gonna warp in some DTs. He tends to stay in very long these days. There's actually no scans. Okay, no, there's a scan available. There's no scans happening at least, but yeah, here we go. It's going to be the end of that as, 140 supply against 82. 60 workers to 67. Actually in favor of Hero. 4th base behind this is about to finish up as well. We get an armory, so Clem is still macroing behind this as GG gets called. And the series is all tied up. And in our 3rd game, we once again have a Stalker rally across the map. So a very similar opener. Whoa, you nasty dog, Clem. Marine into Reaper here, tricking our good friend Hero into moving across the map with the 2nd Stalker. Almost getting a kill, but not quite. And now pissing off once more. Might actually end up dying. It's going to be close. No. Range a little bit too far there for that Stalker. Wasn't quick enough. Where's our 1st Stalker? Oh, it's still moving, ain't it? He's going to catch this. He's potentially going to catch this. Look at this wild goose chase. Same time, Hellion is going to make its way across the map as well. Oh, Reaper. I mean, this Reaper is going to die, right? This Reaper is dead. The real question is going to be, will this Hellion deal any damage in return? So it's going to be a Reaper for what? How many workers does this Reaper get indirectly together with this Hellion? It's going to be 2. Ooh, nice attempted block. It's going to be not 3. And a dead Hellion. He could have committed there earlier and would have gotten it. Double mine drop into fast 2nd barracks. So we're feeling tank Raven over here. Ooh. 2-gate Robo. Yeah, Hero's playing quite greedy right now. He is playing some greedy Starcraft 2. And that's allowed because Clem usually when playing Reaper single gas openers, 9 out of 10 times will follow this up with Raven tank. 9 out of 10 times. And once more, this is absolutely what is happening here. Raven tank, not going to be afraid of anything here. The only thing you need to be careful of is the harassment that's coming in. It's going to be a double mine drop initially, followed up by some Raven harass. Raven harass can be stopped with batteries. Mine drops cannot be stopped by batteries. They can only be stopped by units. Let's see. Take a look at this pro pool here that we're going to see most likely. No. That's in time. -2 workers, -3, Stalker. That is nice. Stalker and 1 probe. 2nd. Oh, Mine does get taken out here just with the help of an observer and a bunch of probes. Probes accidentally being pulled further forward. Very expensive mistake there for hero, who followed this up with a prism. Oh, Raven staying at home. That is a pity. If this Raven had moved across the map, I think it would have been capable of doing some serious damage here. Some absolutely serious damage. Oh, the observer might get sniped. I think auto turret worthy, no? Yeah, I think so. There you go. Auto turret does go down. Raven stays at home. I think could still move across the map. Is this bunker going to take a bit of a beating? Oh, Stalker taking a lot of damage. I don't know who's taking more of a beating here. Clem or hero? This bunker is fairly low. Gonna need a second tank to come out right now. So observer number 2 is gonna fly in. Let's take a look at the first person here out of Clem. Sees that observer here. Absolutely. He sees that. He knows. He knows that I know that I'm not telling the truth. Oh, here we go. Moving forward. 1 SCV. No. Goes for Marines instead. Loses a Stalker. Very sloppy trade for hero. Follows this up, I think. Whoa, and I was gonna say with a Robobay, but there's actually no Robobay quite yet. Do we have a second auto turret that we can use? I think he wants to. Maybe he doesn't need to. I think the Stalkers are baiting, right? Kind of baiting, yeah. Clem is... Yeah. I think he should just go for it. I think you'll get it, right? 6 Stalkers. Need 2 volleys to kill an auto turret then. Not sure if it would have been enough. Hard to say. Prism is out. Dark Shrine. I think hero feels that he's in a bad position after this early game. It doesn't feel nice, this early game. 3rd CC already on the way for Clem. He's pulling ahead in supply. So the Dark Shrine is like a... What should we consider it? It's a comeback mechanic. It allows you sometimes to come back, but with such a fast 3rd CC, there's going to be triple scans available. I think it's going to be quite rough. I think it's going to be quite tough. It ain't gonna be easy. Ooh.
Upgrade.
I'm here in the
Double drop now coming around. Could do 2 things with this. Could just try and... Oh, you could put the auto turret here. Wait for the blink forward onto the Raven. Take it from there. We're gonna blink in forward and hero falls in the trap. It's going to lose 3, 4, 5. 5 Stalkers. 5 Stalkers go down as the Zealots move into the main base. Hero in an even worse position than he was before. Needs to pick up the Zealots. Picks up the Zealot. Actually, didn't pick up the one that got targeted, so he loses one. And the others even have splash here. Was a little bit too slow. Clem now up 23 supply. I need to be accurate. DT gets warped in somewhere over at the fort base. It's gonna move across the map. We're still waiting for that initial move out. Ooh, Prism in some trouble. Gonna get the pickup. No follow-up tech here quite yet for hero. I mean, we can count the Dark Shrine, obviously, as follow-up tech, but we might not want to. Viking comes out. And with that Viking, it's going to be the entrance. Stage entrance of the DT. Gets 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills, and a full move back out of Clem. Well worth it here, in my opinion, for hero. Who kind of rushed out this fort base as well, like a prick. Very reliant on his opponent not attacking. He doesn't even have charge yet. Once again, he's just going to continue this. This seems like a very clear direction to me. Like a very clear direction. His direction is just, I don't want to ever fight. I'm just going to sit back, build on top of my immortal count. He already has 4, wants to go up to 5, maybe 6 eventually. And just counterattacks with Zealots. That is going to be the plan. So there's about, what, like 25 Zealots here in the mix. This is an army that can hold off an army for a bit. It can't fight into something, but you can force field and kind of take it from there. We have full vision on the map. Hero knows when he'll want to go in, and I think that timing is now, probably about 5 seconds ago. We're going to get a full set of force fields in here. Clem sees the lack of a 5th. Might think that is just a 4th. Zalot's coming in over here as well. Prism through the middle. And this is a crazy base trade play. There's nothing here for hero. Hero needs to respond quickly here with a set of force fields. That's 1, 2, 3. That's going to be good enough. Zealot run by onto the 3rd. I think Clem at this point should figure out that a counterattack is the only viable solution. As these immortals are going to be in a world of trouble. We get no stim yet out of Clem. Okay, here we go. -3 immortals at an instant. We have a Zealot attack coming in over here. We have this Zealot attack that is still going on as well. Lots of workers going down on the side of hero. I think Clem might just be doing this right now. Zealots are pushing through, but they're not winning. At the same time, ooh, we get a nice Zealot flank here from the right side. This army is fairly overstimmed at this point. These Zealots with +2 attack are actually packing a serious punch. Gotta go for the pickup. Zealots over here are still alive as well. A surprising amount of damage is being dealt right now. 58 to 54. Wait, did the 3rd CC die? Did Clem not lift the 3rd CC? Oh no. That is a serious blunder here out of the French Terran player, who now ends up losing. As a matter of fact, leaves the game. Just leaves it. I mean, without a 3rd base against 5 base toss, it's going to be tough. Especially given that I think Colossi were... No, still no Colossi. Man, just pure Gateway Unit Immortal. Decent upgrades and DTs. And hero managed to take out world's best Terran.